Disney Dream VTS 1 cable, sir, 1 cable. Disney Dream VTS bound transit, sir, bound transit. Thank you, sir.
Ahoy, shipmates! This is a rather unusual sight. We have a lunchtime broadcast, a lunchtime arrival, and it's a Disney Dream. Oh, lighting conditions are a bit challenging this afternoon. It's incredibly bright out there, and the reflection off the water does cause the cameras a bit of a difficulty, but also it's a bit hazy. I'll have a quick look at the weather. Visibility is only 20 nautical miles. As you can see, it's you can't really see the Isle of Wight. We had a lovely silhouette of the Disney Dream. It reminds me of last night. Last night it was absolutely pouring in port. And the visibility was also atrocious, but it will improve. It will improve as she gets closer. As we're sort of looking into the sun this way on Netley Count at the moment. Disney Dream, she's just arrived from Brest in France, if memory serves me correctly. But look, check my memory. Yes, Brest in France. I'm not entirely sure why it's a midday arrival. I have a feeling that she might have been for a bit of a refit, but I don't know. Perhaps I'm always a bit wary about saying too much about the Disney ships because there's always so many shipmates in the chat that know so much more than I do. So if anybody knows where she's been, what she's been up to, let me know. Oh, there we go. That's a better view on. We're not looking quite into the sun on Itchin Cam here. One of the red funnels heading down there. Oh, hello. What's that? That looks like the one of the barges pulling along a whole load of pontoon there.
CTS Red Falcon, Northwest Netley inbound. Continue at sea, please.
Red Falcon VTS, yes, please, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yep, just heading round to Cowshot Spit. Ahoy there, shipmate Alison Dixon. Oh, I thought she had a dry dock at Brest. Oh, there we go. That's what I suspected. There's a dry dock location. That would explain the funny arrival time. But I did notice what was quite interesting when I was following her earlier. She was doing some odd things. I can't imagine what all of them were. But I'm taking a hazard at some of them. If I show you where she comes in, where do we go? Here's the map. Come on, map. There we go. So she obviously has come out from Brest and she's done some wiggling around here. I think she might have done a few sea trials, making sure things are working. I can imagine that's what's going on there. Then, as she's come up on the shipping lane, she's on the right side of the shipping lane. All of a sudden, she's come to right. She's checking left and right, across the shipping lane, on the other side of the shipping lane. It's getting really close to the Isle of Wight. And look, there she's just gone for a little twizzle. I'm not entirely sure what that's about. Could be that she was doing a compass swing to calibrate the compass, but it's a very large compass swing. But I don't know. That would be my guess. That's what it might be. What that was, unless they were just experimenting with something. And then, of course, she does the conventional come up round Nab Anchorage, round the Isle of Wight, Ross, Cowscam, and into the Isle of Wight. And that's the one manoeuvre which is broken down. We did get some good footage on Cowscam though. She came past there about there we go. This is when she came past Cow earlier, looking majestic. It's not often we see ships heading this way. In fact, not often I broadcast. It's not often I broadcast A during the day, and B for an arrival. There you go. There she is, looking all shiny. Let's have a look. Let's have a closer look, seeing if they've touched up that paintwork, because always looks in really good condition. Disney Dream. I think they make sure. Oh yes, looking very sharp. A lovely white plimsoll line there along the bottom. Yep, all the hull looks wonderfully uniform in colour, unlike Anthem of the Seas the other day, where it had a bit of a patchwork touch-up job on the front. But she's off for refit as well, so hopefully they'll paint her properly. Oh, the shipmate, bad pink tink. Dry dock. Oh, they say dry dock changes the kids club in the funnel. That's right, I heard about that. Very interesting, isn't it? Have the kids club actually in the funnel. Concierge areas and a new poolside food kiosk due to depart October 20th. Transatlantic. Oh, transatlantic. Yeah. So yes, just a few minor adjustments. I suspect there was some other things were done as well, but yes, I remember someone saying there was a children's club going into one of the funnels. I think it's the front funnel. I don't know. Someone says see the windows in the funnel. I'm not sure I can see the windows in the funnel. I might have a look when she comes in port. Oh, on the front funnel. Oh, those are windows. Oh, I think I see what you mean. Right at the very front of the funnel. Ah, right at the front of the chimney. Okay. So one of the harbour patrols there coming along. It does look quite sunny out over there on the Isle of Wight. Well, it is a sunny day, but it's a little bit hazy. Oh yes, that hull is looking beautiful, isn't it? Lovely uniform, whatever the colour is. Dark blue. I'm hesitating with the colour because I've been told that the Cunard ships aren't blue, it's grey, but that's confusing me now somewhat, identifying colours. It's all looking very, very sharp indeed. I think it's a close run tie between Queen Mary 2 and some of the Disney ships as to which ones are the better looking. She's right up there, I think, with Queen Mary 2. I think possibly Queen Mary 2 has the edge, doesn't have the water slides and things on the top. But yeah, I am surprised at how good looking they are. And a rather elegant stern as well. Now, that was earlier, about 10 minutes ago. And there is Disney now heading towards us. And actually, that looks to me like a whole lot of pontoons from the boat show there being towed by that platform. I tried to work out who that was on the map, but it wasn't giving me any information I found satisfying. I think it must be Will Tango.
CTS, Red Jet 6, shortly departing Town Quay to Cows Place.
Red Jet 6, VTS, inbound traffic, passenger vessels, Destiny Dream approaching Hokin.
Oh, copy, thank you.
Oh, there's shipmate Elizabeth G. And oh, there's CS28. Sorry, I'm just going back for the chat. And oh, there's Deborah Speller. Yeah, Disney Dream just returning from a dry dock in France. And there'll be no passengers on board, so I can't give you any passenger numbers. And then she departs on the 20th. That's on Sunday. I think that's the last time we see Disney Dream for a little while. Check. Yeah, she goes on takes a 13-day one-way trip to Fort Lauderdale, starting on Sunday. Prices start at $4,500 per person. Not a cheap ship to travel on. I do hear it's quite good on board, but it's certainly not cheap, is it? Look how sparkly the water is. Yeah, Sunday she leaves on a 13-day one-way trip to Vigo in Spain, Lisbon in Portugal, Ponta Delgada in the Azores.
Red Osprey VTS received. There's no reported large movement outbound. Yeah, still waiting for a query earlier one.
And then this is quite an interesting stops after the Azores. I really want to go to the Azores. It's sort of the last stop in the Atlantic as you're going transatlantic. But after the Azores, the next stop is in the Bahamas, and it's Disney Lighthouse Point. Seems like a very appropriate stop. And then the final stop is in Fort Lauderdale in Port Everglades. And then she's in Fort Lauderdale for quite a long time. In fact, for the foreseeable future until April 2026. So I'm not sure we're going to see Disney Dream again. So it'll be potentially the last time, certainly for a couple of years, maybe ever. Got 3 ships in port today. We have the Ada Prima. Ada Prima is... Oh, sorry, no, that's Queen Mary 2. How did I get my ships wrong? Queen Mary 2 is here, and I need another camera. What's the camera then? Oh, yeah. That's Queen Mary 2 in port. Ada Prima is here, and the Aurora, I think it's the Aurora, she's at the other end of port. Can't see her. But will be ships TVing this evening, and the Ada Prima always gets a good, will be good when it's dark. She's lit up with lots of LED lights, a bit like a big floating disco. Sorry, is that Schmitz?
CSV 44 VTS. Yes, sir, if you're happy, you may proceed to Town Quay, or the umbrella.
Shipmate back. Bad Pink Tink says Sunday will be the last time we see the Dream. The Fantasy will be here in Southampton in 2035. Oh, the Fantasy. Disney Fantasy, new ship. I think that's new. I think it's a brand new ship as well, isn't it? Well, certainly new for the Port of Southampton. Well, the Karen J says a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. It is about 15, almost 16 centigrade. Visibility is not brilliant, but there's a gentle. Although the wind has picked up, it has been really calm, but the wind has picked up. It's 80% humidity, so it actually feels a lot more pleasant out there than it's letting on. Really, certainly unseasonably very warm. Well, there's Sue Hawks. Well, there, Ben Keane says, anyone know where she's going between tomorrow and Sunday? She departs tomorrow. She's not going anywhere. She's moving the dock. She's at one end of the dock and she's moving from one berth to another berth. I suspect as she's been refitted for the last, couple of weeks, they'll obviously need to fully stock her up with supplies and stores and things. I imagine that all sorts of things need to be set in motion before she can get going, so it probably takes a little while. Obviously got to get the new crew on board as well. I think someone mentioned that before. Something to do with the crew. Oh, shipmate Ben Keane says, the Fantasy is the... it's a sister ship to the Dream. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'm not up on my Disney ships. Like I say, there's so many knowledgeable shipmates in the chat. I dare open my mouth. Oh, yes, the Disney Fantasy is the sister ship. Yeah. Build cost quite expensive. built in 2010 at the cost of $900 million. That's very expensive considering it's 14 years old. I don't know if that's true or if, she must be well appointed. On some of the sites, Brisbane Andrew Monument's done a conversion. Yeah, £3,500. Yeah, I think that's per person as well. I know that from speaking to other shipmates, not a cheap ship to travel on. Well, the shipmate Robert Cooper says, "Ahoy, Captain. Good to hear you during the day. Watch at work." It's all right, Captain. Oh, sorry, it's all right, shipmate. I won't. The captain won't let on that you're watching at work. No problem there. Starting to get a little clearer now. The reflection on the water does cause a problem with the video compression. It makes it too much for it to compress. Makes it hard work on the internet connection. The internet connections to both Netlycam and ItchingCam are at the best marginal. Yeah, it's off. Does show shipmate Ben Keane. Yeah, he points out does show a departure on the tomorrow on the 18th, and then back in. Could be a little taster cruise or.
Island Hours, Peter. Sorry, can you say last? These were overspoken.
Could be a press cruise or something, or just a shakedown cruise for all the new modifications.
Stand by, please. Stand by. I will come back to you.
It's unusual for me to do a ship coming in. I don't think I've done very many. We've had quite a few new ships come in over the years. I remember doing Queen Anne and Iona. I don't remember if I did Arvia. I must have done Arvia, but I don't remember.
Island Hours, CTS.
So yes, that makes a change to do a ship coming in. Shipmate Ben Keane is worth every penny.
Yes, so the permit that we have, as you had requested, is at SCT5, not SCT3.
Oh, somebody's in trouble with permits.
It's received. Stand by. Stand by.
So we've got a container ship at the end of the port, the One Integrity. I think she might be just docking, I think, yeah. I don't know, it might be on the way up, not sure. Let me check. Well, she's certainly not going to come out with a Disney Dream.
Highland Harbour, CTS. Negative, no, sir. Tugs are still working with the One Ingenuity, and you have to submit a new request for that job at SCT3.
Tugs are working down at One Ingenuity. She must be about to... thought she'd be departing. No.
Island Harbour, VTS negative, send our new request, please.
Well, the shipmate Kevin Bundock says, well, shipmates, this bonus stream is getting excited for up-and-coming cruise on Disney Fantasy from Port Canaveral on Sunday. We're flying out to Orlando in the morning. Oh, excellent. All right, so you should be enjoying some lovely weather over there then. Oh, if you're going on Disney Fantasy on Sunday, I wonder where you're going. Quick look to see where your cruise will go. Disney Fantasy. That's the trouble this time of year. So many of the ships are based in the Caribbean. Now, if you're on Disney Fantasy, you're doing, that's quite interesting. You're doing it's a 6-day round trip on the high sea Bahamian cruise from Port Canaveral with 2 stops at Castaway Cay. It's the Halloween as well. It's a Halloween cruise. All right, so you're calling in at Disney Castaway Cay in the Bahamas, then Disney Lighthouse Point in the Bahamas, then Nassau in the Bahamas, and then back to Disney Castaway Cay in the Bahamas, a private island.
Cotton Town VTS received northboarding traffic inbound over inbound.
Sounds like quite an exciting cruise, that one. I noticed they've had quite a few big Sunseeker. There's a big Sunseeker down here that came in earlier. Not quite sure what they're up to. They've come in and they're off again. If you ask me, they couldn't find anywhere big enough to moor their boat. I think this was a 68 foot. Well, shipmate Robert Ludd from West Yorkshire.
Eleanor VTS.
A sunny Leeds. Oh, it's clearing up. Look, the visibility is getting better. We can now see.
Received, sir, thank you. Disney Dream passing SO number 3 now in 40102.
We can now see the mark on top of the Isle of Wight there.
Southampton VTS, Sunseeker 68.
Oh, that's that Sunseeker I just showed you a picture of.
Sunseeker 68 VTS.
Good afternoon. We're just away from Town Quay, inwards for DP World.
Oh, going down to DP World.
Sunseeker 68 VTS received tugs leaving SCT back to station.
Yeah, many thanks. All received. We'll proceed on with caution. Thank you.
There you go. There's Sunseeker 68 there.
Mercurius VTS.
For the next one's the Independent.
Boarding as it speaks.
Full copy, thank you.
Not sure what Sunseeker 68's doing down in the container port. If there's normally they get loaded up onto ships to be shipped out. Ship carrying ship, but I don't see one down there. Must be just going for a bit of sightseeing. I wouldn't mind going sightseeing.
Yes. C-Tech Divers, Queen Mary 2.
Oh yes, there's divers on the Queen Mary 2 as well.
C-Tech Divers VTS.
BTS, C-Tech Divers, Queen Mary 2. That's my diver to clear the water and diving finish for today.
C-Tech Divers VTS all receive thanks for the call.
Thank you.
He's tying on his fender. Oh, no, taking his fender off. Doesn't want to lose that one. Maybe must have just docked for briefly. Maybe it's a training exercise. Yes, they had a couple of divers on the Queen Mary 2 today. I'm not sure why. Maybe inspecting something. I heard that the one manoeuvre, the Ocean Network Express, magenta coloured container ship, or pink, if you so wish to call it, the one that crashed the other day into Bramblebank, that's down at the NAB anchorage now. And they're going to investigate some repairs because it looks like the ballast tank has been breached. So it's in NAB anchorage where they're going to send some divers down to investigate, and then I think depending on the level of problem, they'll send her off on her way to, I think it was Rotterdam she was heading to, or they might have to do some repair work. There's a couple of ribs and speedboats whizzing around here this morning. It's unusual. Well, shipmate Ben Keane. Oh, many thanks for your donation, shipmate. He says, lunchtime grog top up. Oh, much as I'd like to take you up on lunchtime grog, I might have to save it till a bit later. Oh, that looks like those pontoons are coming in. Oh, I thought they were going out. That's very odd. I'll save the lunchtime grog to this evening after this evening's broadcast. Although it is perfect weather to pop down to the Dancing Man, right here in the port of Southampton. Right opposite the ferry terminal, in fact. Right opposite here. In fact, just to the right of our screens where the Dancing Man is. It looks quite different, doesn't it, when the cameras aren't battling, staring directly into the reflection of the sun off the water. I know, there is something to complain about, isn't there? Never happy. Just need some cameras on the other side of the water. That would be helpful. This sailing boat's making good progress, isn't it? What is the wind? I don't think the wind was that exciting. Oh, it's just picked up to 10 knots. Oh, that's probably pretty ideal because the water looks calm. Yes, we've got 3 departures this evening, starting at 4:30 with the Aurora. Then at 7:30, so it'll be the Ada Prima, and then 8 o'clock the Queen Mary 2. So pretty good, actually. It means we can watch a bit of a cruise ship, and then you can go off and have some galley time. And then we can get back at 7:30 for the Ada Prima. Ada Prima will look pretty spectacular. I know, I appreciate it's dark at 7:30, but the AIDA ships, however you pronounce it, they are covered in LED lights. They really are. They'll give Cooties a run for his money. Yeah, quite a few sailing boats out today. Which is perfect. Like I say, perfect weather for it. Look how calm the water is. That sailing boat is hardly rocking at all, is it?
Clipper VTS received, thank you for the call, sir.
It's the advantage of these shallow wind conditions. But the gust that's just picked up means the sea state is good and they can make good progress. I mean, they're almost keeping up with the Queen, with the Disney Dream. Why is the Disney Dream travelling out? Currently travelling about 12 knots. Hello, what's that?
One Ingenuity VTS, good morning to both against us.
The one Ingenuity is at the end of the container terminal. I don't know why we can't pick it up on the radio. You'd think you would be able to, wouldn't you? Shipmate Robert Lunn says, what is the white building to the side of the ferry check-in? White building to the side. Oh, that one. That white one there. That looks like the mini Taj Mahal sort of thing. That is the Cooties Indian restaurant. Although it's about to change its name. It's not going to be called Cooties anymore. It's going to be called Deja Vu, which I think potentially is not the best name for an Indian restaurant.
Yes, this is CSB 44, over.
2 stations calling out 1 CSV 44 VTS.
VTS CSB 44. That's recovered the vessel to Town Quay. Now they're safely alongside, over.
CSB 44 VTS receiving, thank you, pleasant.
Oh, recovered a vessel to Town Quay, eh? I wonder what's going on there. Well, the shipmate Carter Jennings from Dallas, Texas. Seem to have quite a few shipmates from Texas. It's a very calm sea state. Yep, just returning from a refit in Brest, France.
Barre BTS.
And then she's heading off.
Received a Disney Dream Hound Boy inbound for a 1 or 2 star with the key. The independent feature passing east of the towers to speak. Pilot just boarded it.
And then she's heading off on Sunday. She's heading off on Sunday, transatlantic. And that's the last we're going to see of the Disney Dream. Going to be replaced by Disney Fantasy, according to a shipmate. I've forgotten which shipmate mentioned that. Well, the shipmate Sam M says, "Why, how ahoy, Captain?" Oh yes, it drives me. It says, "How come the Commodore Goodwill is docked at Marchwood?" Marchwood. Oh, you mean in the in the? I can show you what they're talking about.
Well, Tango BTS. Well, Tango BTS received.
There is the Commodore Goodwill next to the Anvil Point. Marchwood is a military port, and the Anvil Point is a merchant vessel. I don't know why the Commodore Goodwill is there. I imagine she's either loading up something or she's doing something. I think someone did say why she was there, and I've completely forgotten. But yeah, the Fleet Auxiliary vessel. That's what I was looking for. My brain's just broken for a second. Bright and sunny.
Charlie San BTS, good morning to you, sir.
Getting some lovely pictures. Makes us change, doesn't it? Shit makes to see a...
Confirmed, sir. 109 starboard side the key.
Makes a change to see a ship in bright, sunny conditions like this. I have a feeling these will be few and far between in the up and coming months.
Right, Osprey BTS, okay, thank you.
Sounds good, yeah. Target.
Target BTS.
Target, yeah, good morning, sir. Is it really possible to get an update at any time for the...
I'll get back to you, sir, very shortly.
So, getting a lovely view here of the Disney Dream coming into port. No passengers on board. Exit Spanner Bay Blue says, "Oh, Commodore Goodwill is due to move to Portsmouth on Monday." Reason that she's in Marchwood, I don't know. But anyway, she's back to Portsmouth. Still got the big screen playing, haven't they? Oh, who's this? Who's this coming along? Ah, it's the Callista, a survey vessel. Doing a spot us surveying. Oh, now we can see old Mickey Mouse on the stern as well.
Busiest, Spargate, yeah, that's all copy, 1325. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like the visibility has improved a bit. The sun is probably as high as it's going to get in this sort of day. Well, the shipmate CS28 says, well, a well-lit Mickey on the stern. Oh, there, sure, Elizabeth G saying a fantastic view. Yeah, it is. We've got some good views, haven't we? It's not often we see them going this way. So we'll get a good look at Mickey. I'm guessing they wonder if they've painted him as well. Oh, no. Struggling with the cameras. I suppose what we won't get today is any haulage.
CSV 44 VTS. CSV 44 VTS received caution should leave please inbound the Disney Dream. Passing Netley now in for a 102 starboard to key, and you have the tugs Eleanor and Mercurius approaching Cracknor back to station.
There we go. That's that vessel there. I think that's from Marchwood, one of those like military vessels. That was the one radioing CSV 448 or something. Well, there should be Ian Toms. Oh, it says reference good Commodore Goodwill. Believe she's on a private charter. Oh, well, thanks for that, shipmate. I had no idea. I think that rings a bell. Someone mentioned something earlier about something, and it sort of... Sometimes there's only so much information that the captain's... Oh, hell, I remember. That reminds me again. The captain's poor brain can cope with. And in case you're wondering, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel. And I frequently forget to do that. But I did remember that time. I think she's slowing down now as she's getting close to the dock head. And she'll come past all the cameras, head to the upper area, and then she's going to dock.
Red Cash all VTS received northbounding traffic outbound from Southampton. However, inbound, Dredger UKD Jerry Sand approaching Brandon Boyd North Channel for 109.
Yeah, some sort of private charter if you're chartering the whole Commodore Goodwill. I imagine it's some sort of commercial charter. Hi there, Alex Hilton. Yeah, so we'll have 3 departures this evening. Then on... Let's have a look. What's the date? 8. Then we'll have on.
Master Michelle VTS, ma'am. Good morning to you.
Then on Friday we'll have. Oh, hi there, shipmate. Who's just subscribed? Many thanks for subscribing. Apologies, I can't read Mandarin. Ni hao. There we go. Yes, on Friday we'll have Disney Dream departing and Britannia and MSC Preziosa. Then Saturday we've got Ventura and Iona. Then Sunday we've got Disney Dream again, for the last time for the foreseeable future, MSC Virtuosa and Norwegian Star. A fairly busy weekend considering we are starting to reach the end of the season. Well, there's shipmate Moose is on the move. Says our ship on Sunday. Our transatlantic voyage is upon us. Hooray! Whoa! Transatlantic on the Disney. Oh. Wow, that's going to be quite the experience, shipmate. Wow, I'm sure there'll be a lot of shipmates in the chat. I'll be very envious of that. Well, the shipmate Moose is on the move. Well, she does depart on Friday as well. But it's not a cruise. I'm not entirely sure where she's going on Friday. But she does depart on Friday and comes back in on Sunday morning. So she's obviously going somewhere to do something. I'm not sure what it is. But it's not listed as a cruise. Well, the shipmate Williams, it'd be interesting to know the current passenger and crew numbers. Well, I have no way of getting those from Brest, but I imagine there's no passengers.
We'll drive ETS.
VTS will drive. Yeah, with your permission, I'd like to slip from the bow of the Queen Mary 2 and head back round to 21, please.
We'll drive. We've got the Mercurius and Eleanor Pierre going back to the station. The Disney Dream approaching south of Dockett, now in for 102.
That's all copy, sir. Thank you.
Mercurius VTS.
Falcon, shortly departing Royal Pierce Cows.
Mercurius VTS.
VTS, Mercurius.
We'll drive back to leave Queen Mary 2 back to the Empress of Warby.
That's all copy. Thank you. We'll stay close to the quay wall.
Receive. Eleanor VTS.
VTS, Eleanor.
We'll drive about to leave the ocean dock from the Queen Mary 2 back to Empress.
Thank you.
Yeah, hold there, shipmate Moose is on the move. She says, where's she going tomorrow to Sea
Yes,
Trials?
Red Falcon, shortly departing Royal Pierce Cows.
Yeah, I think it could well be Sea Trials.
Traffic information, Disney Dream approaching Dockhead inbound.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we've actually got some interesting shots here. Now we've got the Queen Mary 2 stern, the stern of Ada Prima and Disney Dream just coming into the Dockhead area now. I'm all a bit confused. I'm not used to doing them coming in. It's slightly confusing for me. I'm only a simple YouTube operator. Oh, tell you what we will get though. We'll get a good shot of the bow of Ada Prima and the bow of Disney Dream.
Station calling VTS. Call again.
That's often where some of the tugs are kept, right at the dockhead here.
Aircam Victory VTS, that's all understood. Please call me back again when you are all complete.
There goes one of the tugs coming in, going back home for lunch.
VTS, in that case, call me back again just before you start and when you finish.
There's the stern of
Contact on VTS, that's all
Dream?
copied. Have a good watch.
Wonder if we'll see any shipmates up on deck. Often in these sorts of situations, you always seem to see the chefs and the cooks are out on deck having a sly gasper.
Mexico Innovation VTS, good afternoon.
There we go. See the bow of the Ada Prima now. Ada Prima looks very pleased to see the Disney Dream.
Mexico Innovation VTS, that's all copied. Thank you.
Yeah, this is normally a morning activity for me, seeing the ships come in. A real treat. Here to do it in the luxury of lunchtime. I grab a sandwich shortly. There goes one of the tugs. They've just finished with the one integrity. Oh, I've spotted something that someone was talking about earlier. We're talking about the front chimney. Oh, hello. There was a few shipmates out on their balconies. Well, I think they're waving as well. Well, that was unexpected. Well, it wasn't my intention, actually, but anyway, we'll have a look. But there we go. That's the windows on the front of that chimney, the front funnel. Oh, there is a few shipmates on board. Oh, that's a good question. Are they passengers or are they crew? I don't know. It could be busy finishing off repairs. Because it almost looks to me like they might be wearing hard hats. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe just wearing hats. There's definitely a few shipmates on their balconies. I think they look like workers, if you ask me. I can always tell someone's sloping off from doing the job. She's looking very shiny and smart. Oh, there's one of the red funnels going past as well. Would be an unusual sight if you're on the red funnel. Being a cruise ship at midday. Definite difference in scale there, isn't there? Well, the shipmate Nicola Lambert says, are you going to be live later when Ada Prima departs? Yes. Live at 4:30 for Aurora. Then you can have a good old galley break. Coming back at 7:30 for Ada Prima. And then 8 o'clock, Queen Mary 2. So a pretty busy day today. With a unexpected lunchtime broadcast.
Roger, 6 VTS, that's all, copy, thank you.
Yeah, I would think she's pretty much empty. I don't see too many people up on the decks. I suspect it's just a few workers and a few crew and so on. Well, the shipmate, Bad Pink Tink, says they put the temporary contractors in the passenger rooms, so it would be all crew on the ship. Yes, that's what I suspected. So you can always tell when someone's sloping off work, can't you? They have that sort of look about them. Right, it's just coming past Town Quay Pier now. Won't see too much. And then she'll be on ferry cam and heading past Mayflower Park. Oh, I haven't looked in Mayflower Park to see if we've got any shipmates down in Mayflower Park. The Disney ships normally attract a big crowd. I bet there'd be a big crowd there on Sunday for her departure. As it'll be the last time. Well, the shipmate APPSC says, I'm at work, unfortunately. Well, I look on the flip side, shipmate. You may be at work, unfortunately, but on the plus side, you're still watching Ships TV, so not all bad, is it? Yeah, that's a beautiful bow, that, isn't it? Do you like the yellow detail, the little fiddly bits? I'm not really a big fan of little fiddly bits that they've got on the front there, but it certainly lends something to the design. A yellow anchor as well. It's different from the other ships we see. Well, the shipmate Woolly Beef says, sloping off work. I've been doing that for years. There's a fine art to it, shipmate. It takes many years of practice to get it perfect. Well, the shipmate Elizabeth Leeburn, they says, thank you for the lunchtime stream, and says, I'll get back to the housework in a moment. Be back for the live streams this afternoon. Well, excellent, shipmate. Glad you could drop in. I know it's a bit unusual to have a lunchtime stream, but I just thought it would break up the day, break up the week. And like I say, as the ships are starting to migrate across to sunnier climes, it feels like it's time to do whatever broadcasts I can before things go pear-shaped weather-wise. Someone's asking about the suite. Yeah, I think someone said it's a children's club or something. I don't really know. But yeah, there is something in the funnel. And it's got big windows. There we go. In that front chimney there. I don't know if that's a suite or what that is. If that's a suite, that's... would you be able to see forwards, though?
UKD Bluefin VTS, that's all copied. After the Independent Future, you have the Mont Saint-Michel, 4 miles south at Nab Tower, inbound.
Not sure you could see much past the superstructure at the front of the ship. From that cab, if that's a cabin. You see what I mean? On the other hand, if that is a suite, I would hope that there's an entrance to the water slide straight from your suite. So you can go straight down to the buffet via the water slide. Yeah, that's a pretty ship on the water there. Does look good. Lovely conditions at the moment. Blue sky. Relatively mild. A few wispy clouds. Got the Anvil Point and the Commodore Goodwill over there.
A vessel calling VTS, stand by please.
Oh, there should be Jill Marsh says, I'm lucky she's apple picking and listening.
Station calling VTS, call again.
Mission's on the move saying Friday is a shakedown cruise, Captain. Yeah, I thought it would be. It normally is after a refit. Don't forget, the ship hasn't been used for a couple of weeks. I think it's a couple of weeks, could be more.
Station calling Southampton VTS, call again please.
There's often all sorts of things need to be reinstated, turned on, checked. I imagine all the kitchens need to do lots of prep, don't they? Don't forget, I don't think there's been any crew on board either, so even the crew accommodation needs sorting out, and yeah, there's probably a lot to do. It's all right, once you're running, you're in the routine, it's all in motion, isn't it? But if you've not used it for a couple of weeks, you'll be in the galley, and you'll be, well, where's the chopping knife gone then? Where's that gone? Probably do a thorough deep clean, all those sorts of things. Oh, well, it's pretty, isn't it? A pretty view for a lunchtime. I can see some of the pontoons are eventually making their way away. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe they're just collected up in a big lump. It does take a long time for the pontoons to be taken away from Southampton Boat Show. Well, the shipmate Harbour Tea Room says this is the one that's been off on a refit recently. Yes, that's right, shipmate. Just back from Brest. Had a refit in Brest and coming in. Shipmate APP says, do you think she will swing around? I don't know. I can cheat and tell you exactly, because it will tell me on the schedule. She's going to be starboard side 2, so no, she'll just dock. But she's moving berth. She's moving from 102 to 106 or something in the middle of the night. It's a bit odd. But that's because she's here for a slightly longer than usual time. And I imagine she's got to refill all the various items on board, all the galleys and all the food, all those eggs that need to be taken on board. Oh, there are a couple of shipmates down in Mayflower Park. Look at that. So those attracts a big crowd, even on a lunchtime. There we go. Little group of shipmates down there in Mayflower Park. Oh, the ship Moose is on the move. Says, oh, they're coming to Southampton on Saturday, and then they're embarking on Sunday, going all the way to Fort Lauderdale. Well, that's a good idea, probably, I would think, to get in slightly early on a Saturday. Traffic has been really not very helpful in the port of Southampton lately. So, yeah, get here in time. Probably staying in a local hotel, one would imagine. And then you're doing all sorts, aren't you? Off on transatlantic, so you are on a 13-day cruise to Fort Lauderdale, calling in at Vigo in Spain, then Lisbon in Portugal, and then in the Azores. I really want to go to the Azores. And after that, your next stop is the Disney Lighthouse Point in Lookout Key in the Bahamas. Well, shipmates Mooses on the Moose. It's the second time they're doing it. Wow, fantastic. For that second time on the second ship or a different ship? Oh, yeah, shipmate Fee K says, hope the Atlantic is kind to you. Yeah, it could be slightly dodgy this year, but I think the weather might be all right at the moment. There we go. Got the final shot of the stern here, and there's an old Mickey down there. Let's get a quick view of Mickey, shall we, before he disappears off. There he is. I think he might have had a lick of paint. Oh, there's a shipmate there. What's he trying to do? He's trying to untangle some line there. Got something caught. Now, busy working all the time. I suspect they're be working on it all weekend as well. Oh, look, we can see a whole load of shipmates down there in the well deck area below the sign. All having a nice time, aren't they? Admiring the beauty of the port of Southampton, and for having a sneaky cigarette as well.
Kestrel, okay.
Kestrel VTS, that's all covered.
Well, the shipmate Moose is on the move. They're off on Sunday, heading over to Fort Lauderdale on Disney Dream. And we were talking about the weather, and they're saying we are doing a very southerly route, no hurricanes expected at the moment. Oh, well, that's very comforting. You don't want to spoil that, do you? Oh, and they did the same ship last year as well. Excellent. Oh, shipmate Juliet Coleman, they're arriving in Southampton from Worthing on Sunday with a boarding time of 11:45. Can't wait. Excellent, shipmate. You probably already know, but like I say, traffic can be a little tricky in the port of Southampton at the moment. So just a bit of advice. If you can, make sure you've got plenty of time. You don't want to miss that boarding time, do you? Maximise your time on board and take your journey easy. Not too far from Worthing, but it's just really sticky at the moment in Southampton. Well, the shipmate Jen, do we still have box cam in operation? No, it's only temporarily. I only use it temporarily for the streams at the moment, unfortunately. I do hope to make it return in the future, but we shall have to see. Well, the shipmate VK, she's hoping to do first cruise next year or early 2026 for my 60th. Excellent. Solo cruising, so looking for a good deal. Oh, solo cruising. Oh, yeah. You should speak to our channel sponsor, Paul from Love Cruise. He'll be able to help you out with that. He's fully enlightened with all those sorts of things. As far as I know, solo cruising, you often have to book a long way in advance, or you end up paying quite a lot for a double cabin, more than two people. If you can find a friend to go with, to be honest, it would make it an awful lot cheaper. And probably easier to find a cabin. rather ironically. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one, shipmates. It's a bit unusual. She will just disappear off our screen and dock, unfortunately. She's not going to spin around. But we will be back this evening at 4:30 for the departure of Aurora. Then 7:30, we will have Ada Prima. Like I say, she's lit up like a proverbial Christmas tree. Then 8 o'clock, Queen Mary 2. Queen Mary 2 will look quite good in port when she leaves. She's lit up beautifully as well. Won't see too much when she heads down south of the water, but at least we'll see them in port. Yep, she'll slowly disappear off the right-hand side, and that will be it. If there are still some shipmates, there we go, down in Mayflower Park, they're watching. Like I say, I'm sure there'll be a big crowd there Sunday. What is the weather like Sunday? Are we going to get some decent weather Sunday, or is it going to be a bit miserable? Let's have a look. Weather for Sunday is, not the best. Potentially a bit wet and windy. Oh well, let's hope it behaves itself. Right, I hope you enjoyed that one, shipmates. And now it's lunchtime, galley time for me, and probably for you. And if you are at work, many thanks for skiving off for an hour or so. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed those pictures. There were some good pictures, wasn't there? Many thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. Many thanks to my PayPal donors, Patreons, members of the channel, and of course the Blue Spanner crew for helping me out in the chat and all the chats on all the cameras all the time. And we should be back at 4:30. Till next time, shipmates.
VTS, Redjet 6, passing Northwest Netley, permission to down speed, please.
Redjet 6 VTS, yes, it's safe to do so.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe Peterson.
APT